Well, speaking of One Piece, you guys want to get to it?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so next we're going to talk about One Piece episode 1088, Luffy's Dream. The Land of Wano is finally behind us, I hope. I guess not with next week's filler episode. And the Straw Hat crew is learning about what's been happening across the world. They're almost ready to spring into the action before cooler heads prevail. So the episode starts with the fine ladies of Amazon Lily thanking Rayleigh for saving them from the Navy siege in Blackbeard. Then we go back to see that Blackbeard had decided to kill Boa because she was too dangerous for him to fight. Luckily, the Dark King Rayleigh pulled up on the scene to broker a little peace treaty between this fight. So Rayleigh during this says that he can't defeat Blackbeard in Blackbeard's current state. So why do you think Blackbeard listened to him and left? Because,
Yeah, he doesn't seem like the type to cooperate. The only reason I could think is like it was beneficial for him to do so because he needed his crewmates back. And maybe the only reason he's going to kill Boa was because he didn't trust her to petrify everybody and let him leave. So he's thinking, oh, she's not going to try no stupid shit with the Dark King Rayleigh here.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I could think, because, yeah, he usually is not cooperative in any way.
Yeah, and I mean, Blackbeard did not leave empty-handed either. So during this, Blackbeard kidnaps Kobe, the hero Kobe. Not the little shrimp we know from the beginning of One Piece.
Big Kobe.
Not the man Kobe.
And that kind of like makes you wonder, like, what's his bigger plan here with kidnapping Kobe? Because that's going to piss off a certain somebody. Kobe's mentor, Garb. So, like, that sounds like a bad idea.
Yo, what if he's trying to kill Garb? So I know Garb going to probably pull up. If they let him, if Akainu, whatever his name is, lets him. Who knows?
I don't think it matters if Akainu who lets him. Garb does what he wants, I believe.
Well, you didn't save Ace, so I'm going to sit on that one.
But yeah, so Kobe got kidnapped, and next we go to the Revolutionary Army commanders worrying about Sabo, because as we learned, Sabo killed King Cobra according to the news. And that's some pretty heavy shit. Like, the Revolutionary Army isn't there to like kill kingdoms and like leaders. It's there to take down the celestial dragons. And Dragon says during this whole conversation that if Sabo killed King Cobra, that he won't forgive him. And did you guys have any thoughts as to why Dragon would really care that much about King Cobra?
I mean, it hurts. It hurts their reputation if this is true. You know what I mean? Because then instead of trying to take down like the dragons or whatever, like they're doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, I guess. Killing leaders and all that stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, what was you gonna say, Bass?
I was just thinking, like, Dragon said like he wouldn't forgive him no matter what. And that's what really threw me off. Like, it's like, okay, like under any conditions, like he wasn't allowed to do that. And I'm not sure why. It could tarnish their reputation. They could be going against orders, but like, that's your number one guy. Like you wouldn't even listen to why he did it. I thought it was a little odd. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think there's a deeper personal connection here between Dragon and Cobra. I think it goes deeper than just him being a king of an island,
True. And he's also a good ruler. So that could cause some issues there too.
Definitely. So after that, we get to see Kuma. And this is like kind of the first time we've seen Kuma in a while. And he's kind of acting a little odd, He like just seems like a whole different person. And it makes you really wonder, like, what did the Celestial Dragons or the government do to him to put him in this state,
Yeah. I mean, because he was like, he like bowed his head. The dragon was like, as you wish. Kind of like he was still like affected by like how they were treating him up in the Holy Land or whatever. It was a little sad to see because, the Kuma we know, he stands up with a straight back, with his chest out. So I didn't like, yeah. And I didn't like seeing him like that. Shit was a little fucked up.
Yeah, and like the way I'm thinking about it is that, as we know, Kuma has been heavily altered by the government. I mean, homie shoots fucking laser beams out of his mouth now and shit. Like, all the pacifistas are based on him. It just makes you wonder if they took that to the next level, you know?
I thought they just did that to the pacifists. I didn't think they altered Kuma himself. I thought they based the pacifistas off of him.
Oh, okay. I thought he was also altered during all that.
I didn't think so.
Oh, okay. Then maybe they just broke him by making him a slave again.
Yeah. He seemed pretty messed up. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I mean, to go off that though, like, who would be normal after kind of going to the, like, being the pet, I guess, of the dragons, right?
Yeah. I mean, we saw like he had a bunch of like knives and swords in his back getting ridden
Yeah.
around. That was crazy, man. That was like one of the harder things to see in One Piece.
Like, I mean, that'll break you, you know, even someone that stands really tall on it, obviously, especially if you have to deal with it for so long with no, like, hope of, you know, peace or whatever, or release, or I'm not sure how to put it. So
Yeah.
Definitely. So after this, we go back to the Straw Hats on the Sunny, and the Straw Hats are really distraught after learning about Cobra and Vivi. Like, Luffy can't believe that Sabo would do that. Says there's like no way he would do that. That's not how his brother is. And they're like gung ho. Luffy's gung ho. He's ready to go to Marie Joie and fuck shit up. And thankfully, Zoro, number 2, Mr. Second in Command here, kind of keeps a level head and reminds Luffy of what he said about Ace, and that Ace has his own adventures and that he needs to focus on his goal and let other people, you know, do their thing. And I like that from Zoro a lot in this scene.
Yeah, I mean, him being the level-headed person, I'm glad that we're back to that like dynamic that we like so used to seeing. Luffy wanting to go head first into trouble, and Zoro being like, "Hold on, guys, like let's just take a minute and calm down." We're getting to see him be a good second in command again, good first mate.
yeah, and I think that this was the right call by Zoro, honestly, because, like, yeah, sure, Luffy wants to head into action. He wants to, you know, kick ass and ask questions later, but there that would, like, go into the Holy Lands or whatever just off of a piece of paper would literally be putting all of their lives in danger, and, like, of their whole fleet or whatever too. Not
Off
just
hearsay.
him. Yeah. And that's just bad to do. Like, Zoro is basically saying, you know, when we find out more information, when we find out facts, then that's when we strike. But until we find out facts, it makes it like we're just wasting time and energy going after something that may not be there. So I love
Definitely.
that.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to see Zoro being level headed. And it's especially good to see Zoro chirping Sanji about being number 4.
Yes, it was great. I love how he just got that, even though he was getting called Green Mom and the Green Kaido or whatever else they called him out of his name. He just smiles and looks at, you know, it's tough being above you, Sanji.
It's a tough line, bro.
I'm so glad that Oda is like Jinbei number 3 now, because it's just added such a fun dynamic to their relationship again.
Oh, it really does, man.
Because before that, didn't Sanji have the number 2 bounty?
I don't know if Sanji's ever had the number 2.
I thought Sanji had the number 2 bounty after the whole Vin Smoke, like, Whole Cake Island thing, right?
I think so.
Because
It could
Zoro was
have,
kind of
yeah.
chilling, you know? He was just in Wano and he didn't have any action. So, like,
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Sanji was like, I think it was like they made it like one berry or something stupid like that.
yeah,
Oh,
it was like
yeah.
1,000. Yeah, it was a minuscule amount, but it was enough.
Yeah, it
I
was
think
on
I do
paper.
remember that. Well, all is in order right now. It's all back to normal. You
Yep.
know,
The
so.
monster trio's got Jinbei in it now. All is good. All is good.
Imagine getting subbed out.
Damn.
Hey, man, it's the first son of the sea.
That's true though.
Former warlord, like, former pirate of one of the most notorious fisherman pirate groups ever exist. Like,
he's been pirating longer than these people have been alive.
Yeah, man. So going back to the episode, we learn a lot has happened in Wano, or since leaving Wano, or during Wano, I guess. And was there one that really stood out to you guys? I mean, we had Sabo killing King Cobra and apparently kidnapping Vivi. The Cross Guild, the abolishment of the 7 warlords, and the creation of the Seraphim, the cracked out little demon frickin' pacifistas. Like, a lot's happened, man.
Yeah, it has. I think the most interesting to me so far is like Sabo, quote unquote, killing King Cobra and the whole kidnapping situation. I really, really wonder what that's really about.
Yeah, that's a very interesting one. But the thing that worries me the most is the seraphims. Because those little things they look like killing machines.
And they are literally killing machines.
I mean, they're based off of I guess Kuma, right? Is what we've said.
Well, no, the Seraphims are based on the 7 warlords. That's why we saw a little Mihawk and a little Boa.
Okay.
So they basically replaced the warlords with smaller, faster, stronger versions of them.
Yeah, made Luminarian versions of these warlords.
Yeah,
they can press Blackbeard for some reason. Like, what the fuck?
Which is wild. It's so wild.
I think for me, I think the Cross Guild is the coolest development, though. Not just because one buggy is the headpiece of it all, but I mean, you have 3 of the quote unquote strongest pirates coming together and forming a union essentially with this organization. But it's not that; it's the fact that they're putting bounties on Marines and basically flipping the table on how the world has been run for who knows how long.
Yeah, I think that one's going to have the biggest impact for sure. Yeah, because that's a game changer.
Yeah, I mean, you have pirates turning into bounty hunters at this point, like going after Marines, and like they're not giving away, like, it's not like, oh, here's a fucking cookie if you catch this, commander of the Marines. It's like substantial amounts of money. So like, I think that's going to flip this world upside down.
And hell, Blackbeard's got Kobe right now.
Yeah.
Get that cash, my boy.
But I think for the overall world building and story, though, I think I'm going to have to agree with Bass, though, that the whole King Cobra thing is going to have immense ramifications. And I'm not going to spoil anything because they go into the manga already. But
all right. All right. Appreciate you.
It's so hard to talk about this show, dude.
Especially with some of these like major things like that's going on right now. Especially the King Cobra and stuff. So
yeah, I mean, they're setting up like the next year's worth of manga in like 4 episodes. So like we got a lot going on.
Okay.
And then after that, we get into a flashback of Ace, Luffy, and Sabo as kids again. And I really like the way they did this. Instead of just showing a flashback and like reusing the scenes, they made it like film grainy and like made it really feel like a flashback. Did you guys like that?
I'm indifferent. I don't have any feelings, negative or positive. I don't think about it. So
I like it better than like the whole huey thing that they were doing, like the cloudy edges of the screen and stuff like that. I like the film grain instead of that.
Okay,
because it still keeps it pretty clean instead of you're looking like through a cloud.
Yeah, definitely. And then the episode ends with Luffy telling his crew what he wants at the end of his dream. And for good reason, we did not hear this. But everyone's reaction was just laughing. And Usopp is like, bro, that's impossible. Like, that ain't going to happen. So do you guys have any thoughts on what Luffy's dream could be to like end the episode?
I mean, even when this manga panel dropped, I sat there forever trying to think of like the possibilities of what it could have been that he told them that made everyone laugh. And he even goes so far to say he's only told 3 people, Shanks, I think Ace and Sabo, about it, I believe. And that they all laughed at him too. So everybody thinks it's funny. And this is about what he's gonna do at the end of his, I guess, journey. I guess, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. Like, what could be so ridiculous that people either just laugh or say it's impossible?
So I think I've got an idea. So what have we seen Luffy do after every time he liberates a country?
Have a feast.
A feast. Yeah.
A banging party.
Yeah.
And at the end of Luffy's dream, everyone will be free and they're going to have the biggest fucking party known to man.
That'd be awesome.
That is Luffy in a nutshell.
He wants to party. He wants to party with everybody.
Yeah.
But I mean,
eat meat with the planet.
I could see that, but then again, like Usopp's like response doesn't make sense for that. You know?
See, yeah, because I had thought like the same thing. Like, why would Usopp just be like, "Nah, you can't do that. That's impossible."
Yeah.
So to do this, you have to take down the world government, and I think Usopp is saying that's impossible.
Okay, like the implications of how to do it, I guess, is kind of impossible. Maybe.
If Usopp is still saying shit like that's impossible, he needs to get up off the ship.
Especially since. Go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was gonna say, especially since Luffy literally just got talked down from going to Mary Joie.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing I can really think of is that so Luffy's definition of free is being a pirate. So maybe he wants everybody to be a pirate. But that's impossible. That makes no sense.
That makes no sense. Like I was thinking maybe like what would make him like the freest person in the whole world? Or make everybody as free as they could be. But I don't really know what that looks like.
A banging party.
Yeah, I mean, I thought something like maybe get rid of the government, but make it like a free world like that, which is kind of going off of what Dan's saying essentially. But
I just don't know what would make Usopp react like that. You know,
I don't know.
Anything will make Usopp react like that. You can tell Usopp we're going to an island. And he's like, oh, we can't do that. That's terrifying.
Damn, Usopp.
I love how they did this scene though. Just we thought we was gonna get to hear something, and then it just cuts away to the figurehead, and then we come back and everybody's just laughing. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, I was like, did I miss it? What happened? Yeah, I feel you.
Bass is just rewinding like 4 times. Like, what?
I was about to.